Raquel Welch just launched some new styles, and these styles come in their upgraded Luxe Light cap and their new Featherlite fibers, which are 30% lighter than their true-to-life heat-friendly fibers, and they're claiming that they're 40% lighter than human hair. Huge innovation in the wig world, and I'm here to tell you about Waves and Raves with all of these upgrades. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm partnering with wigs.com to bring you this video. When I took this wig out of the box, I giggled just a little bit because she is stunning and so fun, and I'm really thrilled to get a chance to try this upgraded cap and these fibers and give you guys my impressions. So if you love styles like this, or if you're just curious about these fibers and this cap, or maybe you'd like to learn a little bit more about this color, Shaded Cappuccino, then this video is for you. I cover color toward the end, and I timestamp all the major segments. So if you are only here to see something in particular, go down to the description box below, and you can click on the timestamp for the section that you're interested in. Wigs.com is a great online retailer that carries most of the major name brands. I like to call them the Amazon of the wig world. They've been around for 20-ish years. They have a great return policy and a ton of support. Lots of videos and a great customer service team. They're wonderful. I'll put a link in the description box to this wig, and the link gives you a 30% off discount at checkout. No code needed. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. Start by talking about these fibers. So Raquel Welch has named them Featherlite Fiber. Now, you may be familiar with their true-to-life heat-friendly fiber, which they've had for a really long time. And they also carry some wigs in regular synthetic fiber that isn't heat-friendly. So this Featherlite Fiber is heat-friendly, and it is so soft and silky and so lightweight. Like I said in the intro, they have described this as being 30% lighter than their regular heat-friendly fiber and 40% lighter than human hair, because the core of the fiber is hollow, which gives it a really lightweight kind of wispy feel, and it just feels so realistic. I'm really impressed, and I'm loving these fibers. And then when you throw in there their new upgraded Luxe Light cap, which is super lightweight, this wig really feels light, airy, barely feels like anything on my head. Waves and Raves has a lace front. We'll take a look at that lace front right now, and I did get a little makeup on it, I noticed. So if you're seeing that lace slightly, it's just because I've got some makeup on it. This lace is really transparent, the knots invisible, and so it's super realistic. So even though this does have a bang, you can sweep it to the side. You could take heat to it to get a little lift in it if you aren't a bang wearer. If you love the waves and the layers, but you don't love the bang, you can remedy that. The bang is a little long on me. I actually would wear this with a full bang because I think it's so cute with the bang. I would trim up this bang with a thinning razor. I have a video showing how to do that. Anybody can use a thinning razor. You do not have to have skill. You don't have to have a steady hand. It's really foolproof, especially when you've already got a bang. You just need to shorten it. I have a 2.5-inch measurement from my hairline to where I would want a bang to fall. You can compare that to your own measurement and get a sense of where the bang will fall on you. And then we have a full monofilament top, so you can part it anywhere you want on the top. So this gives you tons and tons of flexibility. The hand-tied cap is all hand-tied all throughout here, and then we just have a little bit of closed wefting toward the bottom. And the standout feature of this cap is this removable silicone. So they've put silicone on the ear tabs, they've put silicone on the nape, and they've stitched it in such a way that you can remove it with just a seam ripper or a scissors if you don't like the silicone. So it is fully removable. There's all of that monofilament, and then we've got the extended lace that goes all the way ear tab to ear tab. Now I have cinched this in slightly because this cap is running a little bigger than my head measurements warrant. So Raquel Welch is known as a brand that runs really true to average. So what I've done is I put all my measurements in the description box below. You can compare them to yours, and hopefully as I describe the fit of this, you can get a sense of whether or not this might be appropriate for you. I've cinched it in quite a bit. I have a 21 1/4 circumference. I think the circumference of this wig is running just like other Raquel Welch wigs, definitely true to average. This cap has a ton of stretch. So you can, I think, be about an inch larger than me in your circumference and still have this fit you. Where I think this might be running slightly small is kind of the over the top. I am getting a little bit of looseness up here, but I usually get quite a bit of cap at the crown because I have a, while I'm kind of average petite in general, I have a pretty petite over the top of my head. This is not fitting me as large, and the cap back here is not really stretchy. The circumference, very stretchy, but this hand-tied cap throughout the back is not terribly stretchy. I just don't think it's running as true to average as Raquel Welch regular wigs, if that makes any sense, the ones with the wefting in the back. Another benefit of hand-tied caps is they don't generally have Permatease. So this wig has no traditional Permatease. I would consider this a very lightweight wig, kind of medium to low density, but the way that they have structured this wig, the style, the heavy layers, the wave pattern, the cut, it does have a fullness about it that is a little deceiving. You would think it probably has Permatease because you're seeing some of that roundness and some of that fullness, but it doesn't. And so they did a really great job of, you know, formulating and structuring this style so that it isn't super flat to the head. It's not kind of a bedraggled look. It definitely looks like you took time to do your hair, but it doesn't have Permatease. So it's going to be super cool in the summer, and it's not going to have sort of that contrived fullness that new wig wearers sometimes find with wigs with Permatease. So no Permatease, super lightweight, just a great, great style overall. Let's talk briefly about styling, and then we can get on to color. There are just a couple of things about this style that I'd like to address because we're all very different in our preferences and what we're comfortable with. And there are two things that I think you might find the need to customize and make your own. You might not, but you might. One of those I mentioned already, the bangs are just a little bit long. And so if you have similar measurements to me, you're probably going to want to trim those up a little bit. Or take some heat to them so they'll sort of stay swept to the side or get some lift. And because these are heat-friendly fibers, you can take any type of a heat tool to them. The other is these fibers in the very front don't really have layers or the wave pattern that you find throughout. It does make this style really unique, but for some people, I'm going to cough. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. For some people, that you might prefer that there's a little bit more blending with the rest of the hair. There are a couple of options to make that happen that I truly believe anybody can do. The first would be to use the thinning razor that I referred to cut the bangs and just trim this just a little bit to give it more of a layer and more of a blend. Super easy to do. I have a video showing how to cut face framing layers. The beautiful thing with a thinning razor is you can go slow, you can do little tiny bits, and even if your hand isn't steady, you're not going to take a huge chunk off with a thinning razor. Another option would be to put more curl into just this part. I have a video showing how I touched up a heat-friendly synthetic wig with the Envy Air Styler because it comes with multiple attachments. I'll link that video below in case it might help you, but you know, you can use regular hot tools. Just know heat-friendly synthetic does not curl the same as human hair, and you'll want to look up some videos on that to learn how to do it. And the last option I can see is just tucking it. You can tuck it behind your ear. Many of us are hair tuckers anyway, so you can tuck that away and you can still really get the benefit of all the choppy layers and the waves, but you don't have to deal with those longer pieces, and that just might be the solution in the beginning until you figure out what you want to do with it and are more comfortable making a modification to a wig. We made it to color, got the white background, so you have an opportunity to see this piece with a white background. Let's describe this gorgeous color. I love this color. Shaded Cappuccino, also known as SS Cappuccino, also known as RL10/22SS. The SS on the Raquel Welch line of wigs means shadow shade or shaded or rooted. Basically, it's a shadow root. It's a natural looking root. It's not long. It doesn't extend into the length. So what we have here is a light brown. That's the base. And then it's got some medium blonde highlights on that root. So when you think about the color codes, a 10 is a light brown. So brunettes go from a 2 to a 10, and this is specific to synthetic wigs. Human hair wig colors don't follow this pattern. So a 2 to a 12, 2 to a 12 is brunette. 2 being the darkest, 12 being the lightest. So we've got sort of a medium light brown, not the lightest brown, as the base. And then a 22 is kind of a golden medium brown. I'm sorry, medium blonde. So what we have here is a light brown with medium blonde highlights. And that root gives it a little bit of a low light dimension because the root is all the way through the wig. So it's a little bit of a low light dimension. I would consider this a neutral to warm color. I don't think it's overly warm. It is not red. It's not strawberry. It's not auburn. So it's not overly warm, but I really wouldn't consider this ashy. It's not ashy overall, but because it's kind of neutral, my bio hair, which is not the same color, but the little tiny bit that I usually blend that kind of peeks out, especially if I tuck the hair, I actually think I can get away with my bio hair because this has some of the kind of neutral, slightly ashy tones. Again, it's more leaning warm, but it is that neutral color, so I think it's going to be really flexible. And if you are looking for a color that has no red, no auburn, this could be a great color for you. I think it's a wonderful color for brunettes going into blonde. It could be a good color for maybe a dark blonde for winter. And then those of us who are graying, I think this could be a great color too. Love, love, love this color. Let's get outside so you can see it there. Don't forget about wigs.com. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, there's lots of help in the description box below. So don't skip that part because I know eventually you're going to need some of those skills on your wig journey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
All right, direct sunlight, no clouds. I'm gonna cough. I'm so glad that this video is done because I cannot wait to start playing with this one. Maybe trim up these bangs. So lightweight, just incredible. She's fun, no doubt about it. Just love it. There you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy.